Not every video game character is powerful, not everyone is a hero. Some characters are slow, fragile, helpless, or simply bad at surviving, and today we're talking about them. This is the top 7 weakest video game characters. Characters who are painfully, undeniably weak. Let's get into it. Number 7, Toad from Super Mario series. Toad looks brave, he talks big, he tries his best, but mechanically, Toad is one of the weakest characters in gaming history. Across many Mario games, Toad is small, light, and extremely fragile. He gets knocked around easily. He rarely deals significant damage, and when danger shows up, Toad is usually the one being kidnapped, rescued, or, I don't know, panicking in the background. What makes Toad weak isn't just his stats, it's his role. He exists to need help. He represents vulnerability in a world of cartoon power. Mario jumps on lava turtles. Luigi survives haunted mansions. Toad? He runs, he hides, he hopes someone stronger shows up. That's it. And honestly, that's exactly why he fits this list. But, number 6. Ethan Winters from Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village. Ethan Winters might be the most normal man ever dropped into a nightmare. No combat training, no special abilities, no enhanced reflexes, just pain. Ethan gets stabbed, shot, crushed, burned, dismembered, and survives purely out of stubbornness and horror game logic. As you know, he's weak because he's constantly overpowered. Every enemy feels stronger. Every fight feels desperate. What makes Ethan truly weak is lack of control. He's reacting, not dominating. Surviving, not winning. Ethan doesn't feel like a hero. He feels like you. And that makes his weakness painfully immersive. But number 7, Magikarp from Pokemon series. I kinda hate this guy. Magikarp is the definition of weak. Low stats, no real attacks, and one iconic move, Splash, which does nothing, exactly nothing. In a world of fire dragons, psychic gods, and electric monsters, Magikarp flops helplessly on the ground. What makes Magikarp famous isn't strength, it's uselessness. Yes, it eventually evolves into something called Gyarados or Gyarados, something like that. It's a dragon, kind of a dragon, but before that, it's pure weakness. Magikarp exists to teach patience, in my opinion. If this video has to have something so viewers could attend to, they could listen to some kind of advice, this is the advice for Magikarp. Magikarp exists to teach us patience, suffering, and humility. That's it. You don't win with Magikarp, you endure it, if you didn't know that. But number 4, the Hollow One from Dark Souls, but of course it's us, but in the early game Hollow One. At the start of Dark Souls, you are nothing. No power, no armor, no confidence. You die to basic enemies just like every other Souls game, but this one is so much harder. Why? Because it's the first one and you don't have any experience. You die to basic enemies. You panic under pressure. You roll awkwardly. The Hollow One is weak by design. From Software wants you to feel fragile. Every sword swing is risky. Every hit could kill you. And every victory feels earned because weakness is your default state. What makes this character special is that weakness is temporary, but unforgettable. You remember how powerless you were, and the game never lets you forget it. Let's go to number 3. Ashley Graham, Resident Evil 4. Ashley is famously weak and famously frustrating. She can't fight. She can't defend herself. She can barely survive standing still. Ashley is a liability in human form. She gets grabbed. She gets kidnapped. She screams constantly, and if you look at her for too much, she would say something bad to you. And yet, that weakness is intentional. Again, it's intentional. Why it should be intentional? Ashley turns the player into a protector. Her helplessness raises tension. Every mistake feels costly. She's not weak because she's badly written. She's weak because the game needs her to be. And I think she has a crush on the main character, I do not know. But yeah, that makes her unforgettable because the game needs her to be. That's it, I'm not gonna talk about Ashley so much because she doesn't deserve talking about so much. Number 2, Franklin from Limbo. Franklin is small, silent, and of course fragile. One wrong step and he dies. Crushed by machinery, drowned, impaled, electrocuted. Franklin doesn't fight. He doesn't resist. He survives only by thinking carefully. His weakness is physical, but emotional. You feel responsible for every death. Every mistake hurts, that's it. Limbo proves that weakness can be powerful storytelling. And Franklin is the proof of that. But number 1, what the hell? The kid from the game I Wanna Be the Guy. Have you ever played this game? If you have a very, very weak PC, you can of course play this game with full potential. This character is weak on a cosmic level. One hit equals death. One mistake, restart. One pixel wrong, punishment. The kid is fragile in a hostile universe that hates him. The game exists to break you, and the kid absorbs that suffering. It's like a 1,000-piece puzzle. One wrong move, but the puzzle is better. Yeah, this game is worse than a 1,000-piece puzzle, of course. The kid is fragile. The game exists to break you. And the kid absorbs that suffering. No upgrades, no mercy, no forgiveness, nothing. Just pure skill of the player. He is the weakest character, not because he lacks power, but because the world gives him none. And surviving as him is an act of pure endurance. Good luck if you want to try the game. You can, of course, no excuses. I said it. If you have a weak PC, if you don't have any money, of course you can play it and enjoy being angry, getting angry step by step. What makes this list interesting though is how it connects to our previous video. Last time we talked about characters who never get angry, calm, controlled, emotionally stable. This video shows the opposite side, characters who lack power, control, or strengths, and still move forward. Today, these lists prove one thing. Now that all two are out, both of the videos are out, they would prove that video games aren't just about power fantasies. No, they're about vulnerability. If you enjoyed this video, go watch the characters who never get angry video next and see how calm and weakness tell two sides of the same story. And if you love deep, character-focused gaming content like this, subscribe to the channel Susha Prime so you don't miss what's coming next. And thank you for staying with me through the end of the video. Take care and farewell.